All right there? Now, you don't need me to tell you about the joys of broadcast radio. For the last century or so, radio has been giving free access to entertainment and information, and since the advent of internet radio, the entire planet's worth of broadcasts has become available. Ruark Audio understands the potency of radio, of course. It's had class-leading radios in its product lineup for the last 20 years, and it launched its first tabletop radio, the R1, back in 2006. So today, I thought we should have a look at this, the R1S. It's the fourth and the latest version of what the Daily Telegraph once memorably called the Aston Martin of tabletop DAB radios. So let's get this box open and we'll find out exactly what's involved. And in all honesty, if it's possible to be reassured by some packaging, you can be reassured by the packaging of the R1S. This is a delightful gift box. Not every product has its brand name embossed in silver after all, but really what's inside is important, of course, so let's have a look. There is a little card congratulating you on your purchase and offering you a free 3-year guarantee, which can't be bad. There is a booklet, which is a quick start guide in any number of languages. And then inside this paper and card, made using our most environmentally friendly packaging to date, another good thing, there is mains power for Europe and for the UK. And then underneath more of the environmentally friendly packaging is the main event, of course, which is the R1S itself. And then inside the final layer of packaging, and I'm a bit like a kid who's about to win past the parcel, is the R1S itself. One final piece of protective packaging looking after the telescoping aerial. And there we are. And you can see, just from looking at it, this is a lovely bit of cabinet work. It's almost furniture grade, and that the mid-grade finish is tactile and it'll look a treat on any tabletop known to man. The wooden slats at the front just add to the impression, I would suggest, that this is a rather upmarket device. Now, in terms of connectivity, there's physical and there's wireless connectivity here, of course. The physical stuff runs to a USB-C input for flash drives. Mains power, of course, a 3.5mm analog input and a 3.5mm analog output if you want to use headphones. The wireless stuff, of course, though, is really where the action is for a product like this. There's FM radio reception, there's DAB and DAB plus radio reception, and there's internet radio integrated here as well via Airable, which means stability, logical access, great ergonomics, and of course an entire planet's worth of radio stations available to you. Wi-Fi is integrated as well. There's dual band Wi-Fi here, and you can stream wirelessly via Bluetooth 5.2. So no matter which of these many options you choose, once your audio information is on board, it's handled by 9 watts of high quality hi-fi class AB amplification, which powers a 75mm Natural Sound Plus full range driver. This gives you a frequency response of 55 Hz to 20 kHz, which in the old money means very low to very high. There are tone controls as well to adjust the sound to your taste. There's bass, treble and loudness controls, and bass is also reinforced by a bass reflex port on the bottom of the cabinet. Now, as far as controlling all of this and getting what you want from the R1S, you have a number of options. There's the Octave Control app, which is free for iOS and for Android. That's logical, that's stable, that's easy to use, and that gives you access to all of the functionality here. There's the option of a remote control handset, and of course there's your classic Ruark Audio rotor dial on the top here as well, which covers all of the major functions and is where you store your 8 presets for each radio standard. So you can have 8 presets for FM, 8 for DAB, 8 for internet radio. So yes, it's got the looks and yes, it's got the specification, but most of all, the R1S has got the performance. It sounds way bigger than would seem possible from a cabinet this discreet, and it's detailed, organized, focused, and all of the other things that go into making up a truly satisfactory audio experience. If you didn't think your desktop could be the source of complete audio gratification, you can think again. And so we go out the way we came in, right? By observing that radio is an ongoing pleasure. And radio that's delivered by an R1S, as well as music from any number of other sources, is an authentic joy. You can buy a Ruark Audio R1S from Ruark Audio or any of their carefully selected retail partners, and you can learn more at ruarkaudio.com.